Hi guys, welcome back to the brand new series of DiddyDomFC on DiddyDom999 Gaming YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all about my team and all the let's ignore that. Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you all about how I started off, and as you can probably tell already, I'm already into halfway through November. So I hope you enjoy. So yeah, I'll just first of all go into my squad. So this is the squad I started off with. As you can see, it's probably too much of a good squad for the Empire League 1, but I decided to choose it, try to get some of the best players on, hoping to launch a pack, eventually get there in a couple of years' time. Yeah, so I'll just show you all the different positions I have at the moment. Yeah, so for goalkeepers I had these three guys, all of you have probably heard of these two, maybe not Carl, but yeah, obviously UCS Ghana, main keeper, top quality goalkeeper. I rate him personally. I think he's really good in these games. He's consistent, doesn't really make mistakes, but obviously his age is a bit of a downer. Then I had David Stockdale. I guess you guys have already heard of him as well. 26, he's quite good. Approaching his peak time. He's got pretty good stats. Not the best maybe for a quality goalkeeper, but I believe in a couple of years' time he could take over from Jeskalainen. Then for a third keeper, I've got Carla Kime, Wolves' third keeper as well. I think he's a good, strong backup choice. To have as a keeper just in case anything goes wrong. I'll show my defenders now. Okay, so my left backs, I've got Callum Booth and Jack Robinson. Jack Robinson, the 17-year-old, or now he's 18 in this, from Liverpool. As you can see, he's pretty good. He can play in loads of different positions. His stats are good. I think he's going to be one of the best players at the club probably in a few years' time if I get to keep him. He's put in some pretty good performances so far already. And then I've also got Callum Booth. Again, he can play anywhere down the middle, in the left, sorry. He is a pretty good player. He's 20 obviously, so he's young as well. He could probably in the next few seasons become really good, and he's also put in some decent performances. Centre back, sorry. I've got Richard Stearman. He's a pretty good defender. He's solid. I like playing him. Probably one of my better centre backs I would expect. He's just great. He put in strong performances. Age of 24, so he's still got a couple of years till he reaches his prime. Then I've got Martin Kelly. He's a great young lad. Ex-Liverpool again. He's put in some good performances. Can play pretty much anywhere in defence. Trying to train him to play a bit more at left back. Maybe get a bit more cover there. Just make sure everybody can play in quite a few different positions. I got Sol Campbell. We all know Sol Campbell. Obviously he's a bit old now, but he's still, mentally he's a great player. I like using him occasionally from time to time. Douglas, complete tank. Stats are amazing. I just love this guy. He's just done amazing so far this season. He's just, so consistent. Probably one of the best players at the club. Then I got Craig Dawson. I like to use this guy as well. He's a great player. Only 21 years of age, so again, he's quite young. He's going to be becoming quite good in the future. In fact, he's doing really well there so far. And then Reece Williams, who I'm going to be honest, I don't play him as a centre back. And we can already see he plays quite a few different positions. Stats are pretty good. They're alright, I suppose. He's 23, so he's going to get better. Yeah, so those are my centre backs. Right backs. Again, I use Kevin Foley as my main right back. Great player. Probably, reaching his prime, maybe starting middle of his prime right now at the moment. He's putting some pretty solid performances, I can see, and he's really versatile. He can play in a number of positions at the moment. Got good stats as well. Stearman. So now I go to my midfielders. So central midfielders, I've got Reece Williams. I like to play in the centre defensive mid. The anchor man just sitting there. As I've already shown you. Polanski, he's quality. I believe he is my captain. Yes, he is. He's a great player. Always consistent. Bangs in a few goals from time to time. Really good defensively. Mentally he's fantastic, and physically as well he's great. Owen Hargreaves at the moment, he's injured. Did start off really well. Again, he's a fantastic player, although he is 30. Probably might let him go at the end of the season, as he is only on a 1-year contract. Because he has got 40 grand a week. I mean, that is quite a bit at the moment. But yeah, he's obviously a fantastic player, and he's got quite a bit of experience with him. Manuel Thomas, I love this guy. I've used him in a couple of things. He's probably the most versatile player in the game, as you can see him practically play everywhere apart from right back. And he's 20 and his stats are already pretty good. Physically he's amazing. He's just a complete powerhouse. I love him, and he's already put in some great performances. And then you got Jordan Henderson. Gonna be honest, real life I don't like this guy, but on this game he's pretty consistent. He's got quite a few assists. He's done pretty well so far. Jack Cork, again, youngster, gonna get better in stats even though he's already pretty good. Trying to play him into attack and mid, he's sort of getting there, but he can play pretty well. Then Chamberlain, we all know Chamberlain. He don't usually play him in central midfield at all, but again, he's a great player. John Joe Shelby, great player, he's a youngster. He's already pretty consistent, and if you see by his stats, he's already sort of getting to a decent standard already. And he's alright, he can play in quite a few positions alright I suppose, but yeah, I'm liking him. So I got my left midfielders, got Andros Townsend. I've already showed you a couple of the other guys. Townsend, I'm going to be honest, I'll use him mainly for the reserves. I just have him there as a backup really, but already he's quite consistent in some of his performances. He never rarely does badly. And then obviously I use J. Manuel Thomas, Chamberlain. I use them down the left. Right midfielders, obviously I've shown you these guys, and now I'm going to go for my forwards. Yeah, so Manuel Thomas can play up front, so can Chamberlain. And I've got Jamie Mackie. I like this guy. He's pretty consistent. He's been, well, obviously his last game he did really well. He's got a hat-trick in this last game, but again, he can play in a few positions. I really like this guy. He's done quite well so far this season. Stats are alright as well. Then you got Jamie Murphy. I love this guy. I've had him in quite a few of my Football Manager series. He's a great all-round player. He can play anywhere, sort of attacking mid or striker. He always gets a couple of goals in, bangs them in. Consistent guy. Daniel Sturridge. I love Daniel Sturridge. He's always good in these games. Physically, he's amazing. He's 22, so he's going to get better. And he's already banging in quite a few goals so far this season. Ricardo Fuller, I'm going to be honest, I bet I haven't really played him at all. He's just been doing the reserve games because he's been injured for most of this season, which is a bit of a downer. I mean, he came back from his original injury, then he got injured again, and then by the time he got back he got injured yet again, so I've only actually used him in one. Well, I think he's only made 30 minutes, half an hour appearance for the first team. Yeah, so I hadn't really had much time to judge him. And then Billy Sharp, he's just amazing. I mean, his stats are pretty good. He's consistent, scores quite a few goals. Beginning, I mean, he had a couple of games where he didn't get any goals at all, which was a bit annoying. But sometimes he just, when he wants to play, he can play. He's a top quality player. Yeah, so now I'll bring you through the fixtures that I've had. So I'll just show you my friendlies first. Yeah, so friendlies, I've arranged them myself. I wanted to, start off a bit easy, get a couple of easy games in. So I had Newport and Soccer AM, 4-1 and then 11-1, absolutely destroyed them. That was a great game. Then Oldham, sort of maybe slightly better in the same league as us. Obviously we should be expecting to beat them, and we did, 3-0. That was a good game. Then we had quite a challenging game. Aston Villa, was hoping possibly for a draw out of that, maybe even a win. We lost that 2-1. I think it was a good performance from our side. To be fair, that they don't even know each other. Then I wanted another easy game, so we had Ascot here in League 2. Beat them 8-0, quite pleased with that. And then Bury 1-0, possibly should have got quite maybe a few more goals there. But yeah, we did quite well against them. I'll show you the Johnson's Paint Trophy so far. So the first round, won that 4-0 against Aldershot. That was a good game. Second round against Bournemouth, 2-1. That was quite close. I'm going to be honest, I was slightly worried about that game because we were 2-0 up, cruising, and then they got one back in about the 85th minute, and then that was slightly worrying. And then beat Bristol Rovers 2-0. That was a good game. Quite solid, consistent performances in these ones. Not quite getting as many goals possibly as I'd have liked. But yeah, now I got in the Southern semi-final, got Gillingham. Hopefully that'll be a good game. We should hopefully get on to win that. League Cup, had Charlton in the first round, was not expecting that, 6-0. That was a fantastic performance, really chuffed with that one. That was just all round, just destroyed them really. And then the next game against Blackburn away, when we drew them, I was like, oh no. but then we actually put on a pretty good performance. I'm gonna be honest, just gonna look at it. I don't think, yeah, they had a lot more shots than us, but we just finished them off really. As you can see, this was a game where Fuller got injured again. But yeah, we did quite well in this game. We had a pretty decent lineup actually. Yeah, we had this guy. I loaned him in after Robinson got injured. But he can play pretty much anywhere down the left. He can play centre back as well. He's really pacey, quite physical customer, but then he's not very good at all in sort of technical or mentally, so that's why I've only got him on loan. Yeah, we had a pretty good lineup there. Yeah, and then played Watford, got that, won that 2-0, quite pleased, and Leyton Orient 2-1. Yet again, one of those games where we should have really sort of put that game to bed a couple of times, but then they got back within the last few minutes. I think that was, what was that? Oh no, it wasn't one of those games. Oh, I remember this one, yeah. They got a goal early on, and then I sort of started to panic, but we destroyed them in this game, as you can see already. We absolutely dominated them. Now we've got Manchester United in the quarter-final away. That's going to be a tough game. We've been quite unlucky with all having away games at the moment. It's been a bit annoying, but now we got Old Trafford, so don't know whether to go all out for that game or possibly bring in a few youngsters for that. Don't know what to do at the moment. Yeah, now League One so far, unbeaten as you can see. 3-0 against Colchester, and then, well, I'll just let you see for yourself really. Quite just amazing few games up until about here. Just pretty much just dominating every single game. Just, you know, just destroying them. And then Walsall, surprise package. At this point they were second in the league, doing really well. Don't know how they were doing that well, but that was quite a tough game. They got a goal. I think they got a goal quite early, yeah. It was 1-1, and then Shelby got a penalty, which I'll be honest, I wasn't confident about in scoring, but really it was a reasonably close game. I think we should have sort of put that game to bed maybe. Again, we had an alright team on. I chose to put Carlos Fierro. I'm guessing all you Football Manager fans know him. Carlos Fierro, fantastic. He's been doing amazing in the under-18s this season. Absolutely fantastic. What was I? Yep. Then we had Brentford. These games, I'm gonna be honest, we did not perform well. No, we performed well, but our finishing was just awful. I mean, I think the team were just getting overconfident and cocky, and they were just thinking they could just come along and just win everything. And obviously, only 2 goals, a couple of games, you shouldn't really, I don't know. And then the Stevenage game, I think that was when it really hit home. We should have won that. We really should. Probably should have won that about 2-3-1, maybe, sort of that. I think we should have won that game. Quite annoyed with the team there. And again, we had a pretty decent lineup. I don't know whether I think this is the first time I changed it. Well, one of the first times. Again, we had a strong team, and it's just did not get the game going. And then I think they started to realise that they're not going to win everything. So then, last 3 games we've done really well. Yeah, we won 2-0 against Tranmere, 3-0 Hartlepool, and 5-1 against Preston. So I think it's starting to sort of sink in that we're not necessarily guaranteed to win absolutely everything. But yeah, I mean, we've got all these games going. Just see if I can get up all the stats. Yeah, here we go. So now I got, well, obviously average ratings. Douglas, Dawson, and Billy Sharp all up there for me. Ganakpa, I actually scouted him, and Will Grigg. I scouted them, but obviously they're not quite at the standard that I want to be in. I want to have for this club. Goals, Billy Sharp, he's got 9, 6th place there. Hopefully going to get a few more and get higher up. Assists again, got quite a few players I reckon down here. And then man of the matches, Sturridge, he's done really well this season when he hasn't been injured and stuff like that. If you check team stats, yeah, we've just pretty much topped almost everything. Well, goals obviously a lot more than everyone else, conceded a lot less. Average attendance, obviously not quite, maybe as quite as much as Sheffield United. We've only got a 20,000 seater stadium. Form, at the moment we're doing the best. Games 1 in a row over 3, same with Oldham. Okay, that's a bit confusing. Away form, well, won everything. Home form, obviously, that one loss. And then injury table, yeah, I've already shown you, yeah. So I'm guessing that is it. I've given you the all-round sort of look at everything so far, and I'll be bringing you more updates in the future.